Hello and welcome to another video here on Powerdojo. In today's video, we're going to have a look at how to create a tooltip page. Now, what's a tooltip? Let's say, for example, we have this Power BI report in front of us with one visual with a column chart in it, sales by year. So now if I were to select, for instance, this column, which represents the sales in 2012, you will see another visual appears as soon as I hover over it, which shows this pie chart in which the sales have been distributed in their customer segment. So this is what we refer to as a tooltip, that when we hover our mouse or a user hovers his mouse over one of the visuals or one of the elements in the visual, you will see another visual pop up like this. So this is a tooltip page. Now we're going to have a look at how to set it up from scratch. So for our demonstration, we have once again the visual in front of us, the column chart. Now if I were to hover our cursor on one of these columns, you will see the default tooltip, which is nothing but the text where we can see the order date year 2012 and the sales amount. If needed, we can add few additional information in this existing default tooltip. So in order to do that, I will drag the quantity value into tooltips, and now you'll see we have three elements which appear in the default tooltip in which we see the quantity. And as I move from one column to another, you'll see the amount changes. Now, in order to set up the tooltip page, what we're going to do is to create a new page over here. You can name it, let's say, tooltip page. Like this, we will go to the formatting option of our report page over here, and in order to set up this report page as a tooltip page, either you can go in the canvas settings options like this and change the type to tooltip, or you can, let's say, go into page information and you can turn this option, allow use as tooltip, to on. So using either of these two controls, you can set this page up as your tooltip page. You can also align it, let's say, in the middle like this. Now this tooltip page, we are going to add the pie chart visual as we saw earlier. So we will click on the pie chart like this. We'll put in the customer segment in the legend and the sales amount in values. So whatever visuals we put in this confined space will appear in the other report page as a tooltip. Over here, if needed, I can add another bar chart, for instance, but since it will be too cluttered for our tooltip visual, we'll keep just one. In order to use this page as a tooltip, we'll go back to the column chart page at the bottom. We'll just click on the visual and we'll choose format your visual, and then we choose general. Over here in the tooltip section, firstly you need to make sure that this has been turned on. So over here in the options, we'll select report page and the page that we had created just now, the tooltip page, and we are good to go. Now if I were to click on, let's say, this column, you will see that the pie chart has appeared as the tooltip visual, and you will see the values update itself when we move from one column to another. So this is a cool feature that we can use the tooltip page as a visual in our Power BI reports. And here are a few things that you should remember while using your tooltip page as a visual. Whichever elements you put in this confined space will appear as the tooltip page. Now if I had to change, let's say, the formatting of this page, let's change the canvas background to yellow. And now if we were to go back to the column chart page, you'll see when I select the column, now the tooltip page itself also has a yellow border around the visual. And we have to make sure that the visual that you use in, or the information that we have in our tooltip page, is not as cluttered. So for instance, we don't need, let's say, the title which is written as sales by segment. So we can go in the visual and remove that by turning this off. So now if we were to go back to column chart, you'll see the title is gone. So this was our demonstration of how to create a tooltip page and how to configure the settings of that tooltip page. Let me know in the comments below of what you thought about this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.